Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Top Gun. Top Gun is a 1986 American romantic military action drama film directed by Tony Scott, and produced by Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer, in association with Paramount Pictures. The screenplay was written by Jim Cash and Jack Epps, Jr. and was inspired by an article titled Top Guns, published in California magazine 3 years earlier. The film stars Tom Cruise, Kelly McGillis, Val Kilmer, Anthony Edwards, and Tom Skerritt. Cruise plays Lieutenant Pete Maverick Mitchell, a young naval aviator aboard the aircraft carrier. He and his Radar Intercept Officer Nick Goose Bradshaw are given the chance to train at the Navy's Fighter Weapons School at Miramar in San Diego. Top Gun was released on May 16, 1986. Upon its release, the film received generally mixed reviews from film critics, but many particularly praised the action sequences, the effects, the aerial stunts, and the acting performances, with Cruise and McGillis receiving the most praise. 4 weeks after release, the number of theaters showing it increased by 45%. Despite its initial mixed critical reaction, the film was a huge commercial hit, grossing $356 million against a production budget of only $15 million. The film maintained its popularity over the years, and earned an IMAX 3D re-release in 2013. Additionally, the film won an Academy Award for Best Original Song for "Take My Breath Away," performed by Berlin. In 2015, the United States Library of Congress selected the film for preservation in the National Film Registry, finding it culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. Plot: United States Naval Aviator Lt. Pete Maverick Mitchell and his Radar Intercept Officer LTJG Nick Goose Bradshaw fly the F-14A Tomcat aboard. They, with Maverick's wingman, Cougar, and his Rio Merlin, intercept fictional Mikoyan Gurevich MiG-28s over the Indian Ocean. During the engagement, Maverick flies his Tomcat parallel to one of the MiGs and inverts his craft in order to give the other pilot the finger, a feat that adds to his already wild reputation. Cougar is almost taken out by one of the hostile aircraft, however, and afterwards is too shaken to land despite being low on fuel. In defiance of orders, Maverick aborts his landing and escorts Cougar back to the carrier. Cougar gives up his wings, citing his newborn child that he has never seen. Despite his dislike for Maverick's recklessness, CAG Stinger sends him and Goose, now his top crew, to attend the Top Gun school at NAS Miramar. Maverick flies recklessly in part to compensate for his father Duke Mitchell, a naval aviator with VF-51 aboard during the Vietnam War. The elder Mitchell died when his F-4 Phantom II was shot down in an incident Maverick refuses to believe was his fault. Goose is cautious and devoted to his wife Carol and child. The two officers are nonetheless close friends and effective partners. At a bar the day before Top Gun starts, Maverick, assisted by Goose, unsuccessfully approaches a woman. He learns the next day that she is Charlie Blackwood, an astrophysicist and civilian Top Gun instructor. Upon learning that Maverick is the pilot who flipped off a MiG-28 pilot, she is instantly more interested in him. Maverick's reckless flying both annoys and impresses LCDR Rick, Jester, Heatherly and other instructors. He defeats Jester in combat, but breaks 2 rules of engagement in the process, becomes a rival to top student LT Tom Iceman Kazansky, who considers Maverick's methods dangerous, and continues to pursue Charlie. During class she analyzes Maverick's engagement with Jester's aircraft, calling it an example of what not to do. Later, Charlie admits to him that she admires his tactics, but omits that from her report to hide her feelings for him from the others, and they begin a romantic relationship. During a training sortie, Maverick abandons his wingman, Hollywood, to chase Chief Instructor CDR Mike "Viper" Metcalf. Maverick matches the older pilot move for move, but Viper maneuvers Maverick into a position from which his wingman Jester, who has already defeated Hollywood, can shoot down Maverick from behind, demonstrating the value of teamwork over individual ability. Near the end of the training program, Maverick and Iceman both chase Jester. The latter attempts to gain a missile lock on the target. Maverick is close enough to take out Jester with his guns, and pressures Iceman to break off the engagement and clear his shot. Maverick's F-14 flies through the jet wash of Iceman's aircraft, and suffers a flame out of both engines, forcing Maverick's aircraft into an unrecoverable flat spin. Maverick and Goose eject, but the force of the ejection slams Goose's head into the jettisoned aircraft canopy, killing him. Although the Board of Inquiry clears Maverick of responsibility for Goose's death, he feels guilty and loses his aggressiveness when flying. Charlie and others attempt to console him, but Maverick considers retiring. Unsure of his future, he seeks Viper's advice. Viper reveals that he served with Maverick's father in VF-51, and tells him classified details that prove Duke Mitchell died heroically. He informs Maverick that he can graduate from Top Gun if he can regain his self-confidence. Maverick chooses to graduate, while Iceman wins the award for top pilot. During the graduation party, Iceman, Hollywood, and Maverick are ordered to immediately return to Enterprise to deal with a crisis situation, providing air support for the rescue of a stricken communications ship that has drifted into hostile waters. Maverick and Merlin are assigned to one of two F-14s as backup for those flown by Iceman and Hollywood. Despite Iceman's reservations over Maverick's state of mind, the subsequent hostile engagement with 6 MiGs sees Hollywood shot down. Maverick is scrambled alone due to a catapult failure, and nearly retreats after encountering circumstances similar to those that caused Goose's death. Upon finally rejoining Iceman, they shoot down 4 MiGs and force the others to flee. Returning triumphantly to Enterprise, offered any assignment he chooses, Maverick decides to return to Top Gun as an instructor. At a bar at Miramar, Maverick and Charlie reunite. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.